Let's go get him. I've told these kids out here before, quit playing in my yard, and they just keep coming back. I'm going to tell them one last time. How many times have I told you kids to quit playing in my yard? This is an inside look of the new restaurant we're trying out called Chops. It's up at Lake Sumter, the Chop House. This is the place that used to be Guy Ferrari's. Before that it was some kind of a steakhouse. And before that it was Fridays. This building here for some reason has a lot of failed restaurants in it. But it does look very nice. It looks a little higher end than what most of them are here in the villages. But just so I give you an inside look of what the place looks like. They haven't done much to the ceiling, I can see that. We'll try it out. Just like it's restaurant number 4, and I've only been in 1 because I didn't like this building at all. I should interrupt here to explain why I said I didn't like the building. Had nothing to do with the restaurants or the food or the service or anything like that. Back in the day, that building right there was built specifically for Friday's restaurant, which I don't know if they've all went out of business or just some of them, but that one went out of business. They left. I went there a couple of times when we had our first home, which was up by Lake Sumter. And the way that building was built, it was built probably about as cheap as you can build any kind of a restaurant building. It was a concrete floor, no tile, no anything. The bar was also right in the middle of the room, a big bar. The high ceilings, but it has that industrial look. There's no ceiling pads, no ceiling of any kind actually. It was just the rails and everything, the ceiling and air conditioning and all that was very high. It was a very high type ceiling, and you kind of could see inside the attic, what would be the attic area if there was a ceiling there. There's a lot of restaurants like that. I don't particularly like those at all because with it being no padding at all, the walls was concrete, there was no ceiling, there was no carpeting or anything on the floor. It was very, very echoey in there. And people here, elderly people, a lot of them, including me, has a little bit of a hearing problem. And when it starts getting echoey like that, people get to talking louder because it's so much echo in there. They talk louder so the people they're sitting with can hear them talk. And then next thing you know, everybody's talking very loud. It's very echoey, and you couldn't even hear people across the table you were sitting at. So I quit going. Then Fridays closed down. Then there was another restaurant that moved in called Jonathan's Steakhouse. That was owned by the people that run and own all of the City Fire restaurants. It wasn't a year later. They were out of business. I didn't go there, once again, because of the echoey problem. I talked to people that went there, and they said they still had that problem in there, but they didn't think it was as bad. But I just didn't go. After that, that guy, Ferrari, went in there. He wasn't there a year, and they went out of business. And I don't know what the problem was there, other than the fact, I think, just because it said Guy Ferrari, he thought his hamburgers was worth $25 a piece. I don't know that. I'm just saying that. But this restaurant, I was told, because I talked to some of the staff that worked there, that it had been completely remodeled. They put carpeting in. They put some walls up here and there. And basically, they're buffering walls. They're really not full walls. And they kind of buffer so that people in that area, their noise level stays kind of in that area. And they did several areas that way. And let me tell you, what a huge difference that made. Because I went in there, table of 4. We were sitting there right next to the bar, as you see in this video. The noise level, there's always noise in restaurants here, but nothing like it was. I was totally comfortable there. So my wife is sending me messages about she's trying to find a kitchen table. So anyway, No problems at all. I was very, very pleased with the noise levelness in there. So back to the show.
We should have taken a picture of our food.
I forgot to take a picture of our food, but we're taking a picture of our dessert. I'm sharing this with Sue, but as you notice, Becky's eating it all by herself.
And Steve has creme brulee.
And Steve's got creme brulee.
Delicious.
So right now I'm just waiting for my coffee. Okay, my first impression of the Chop House, Lake Sumter. My food was good. I got the chop. What did I get?
You got the
Double chop,
Double cut.
double cut chop thing. Super good. I'd get it again. We got the. I got dessert. I got the double fudge something chocolate cake. I would not order it again. It is way too rich for me. I mean, it just is. But I mean, that's just my opinion.
Perfect for me.
And let me turn this around and I'll get everybody else's opinion. You're on.
Because I had the half chicken. It was very, very good. And the Brussels sprouts. I love the Brussels sprouts here.
What about the cheese?
The mac and cheese.
Really good.
It was good. It was way too much of it, but it was good.
Yeah.
Had a great flavor. It really did. Yeah.
Okay.
I had the prime rib sandwich, very tasty, along with the Brussels sprouts. And I had the chocolate cake. And yes, it's rich, but I ate it all.
And what did you get, Steve?
I had the pork fillet, and I would highly recommend it. And I had the creme brulee for dessert, really good.
Okay. Okay, just so you know, what am I looking at? There's a light, right?
Well, there's a light right there.
I need to get my head in front of it. Oh, there we go. Just so you know, this ain't the cheapest place to eat here in the Villages. Not bad. And we had some things, probably $20 worth of stuff on my bill that normally wouldn't be there, I don't think. My bill was $66, not including a tip.
For two of us.
For two of us.
Yes.
But I had two beers. Actually, that wasn't that bad here. $2.75 for 16-ounce beer. I got two beers for $5.50. That's not that bad here. The cake was like $8.50 something. And then we had 2 cups of coffee. So there's another $5.50. I think $2.75 a cup, something like that. About another $5.50. Normally we wouldn't do that, but we did here to try it out. So it is what it is. You can figure it out. We don't eat here all the time, but once in a while it's okay. So with that being said, see you guys on the other side.